I'm not always confident and I don't always love myself. Hey everyone, it's Katie and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be my body confidence, my body positive journey, and also me giving you some tips of how you can be confident with yourself and your body and just be body positivity. It's definitely been a journey for me and I know it's not easy and it takes time like anything does. Of course it's going to take time and it's not easy, and I'm one that's gone through it and I feel like I do have some good advice. I have about like 10 tips I'd like to, spread throughout this video. Don't mind my hair, it's a little bit crazy today. It's giving me a rough time. But yeah, but that's besides the point. And yeah, I've definitely had a long journey with my body ever since childhood. It stems down that far. And I just think we all should be supporting each other, girls supporting girls. Thanks Adeline for that. And it's definitely something I truly believe, which I'll talk about in the video. And yeah, I just really think that I should be talking about this, and I've wanted to talk about this for a while, this topic of body positivity, how to feel confident with yourself, because we are not always confident. Nobody's always perfect or confident, and I think a lot of times people think when you watch different videos from people that everyone's just super happy and super bubbly and just super confident with themselves, and that's totally not true. You obviously don't want to film and be like so depressing and just be all like that. But sometimes, you're not like this super happy person. Sometimes you have your struggles. Everyone has their struggles. And I'm here to say that I've been there. I've struggled a little bit with just my skin, which that video is coming up next week, so stay tuned. And just with my body, and we're going to be talking about that today. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed that little intro, and yeah, let's just get right into the video. Okay, so I did write some stuff down in my notebook and everything. I'm gonna just go off, me talking. And first I'm gonna go into my journey. So I've always really struggled with my looks and just my body and how I look and how I look, and it's always been that struggle for me as a child, even like just struggling, but it was mostly a struggle growing up, being in junior high, in high school, or even in middle school a little bit. It was a little bit of a struggle with my body, just being able to be happy with my body and accepting my body and loving my body. And it was always a struggle for me because I didn't always love my body. I didn't always embrace it, and I didn't always feel good about my body. And I think a lot of times, especially in high school, I didn't feel good enough. I didn't feel like my body was beautiful, because in magazines growing up, I know like social media wasn't a huge thing when I was in high school. It wasn't super huge as it is right now. Like it was a thing, and Facebook was the big thing when I was in school. We did have Instagram, but it wasn't big back then. When I've had Instagram since it first started, so I've seen the growth in it, and I've seen how it's changed, how people really pay attention to it. Facebook was really big for when I was in school, and I graduated in 2014, if you're curious. Magazines and stuff like that were just really the thing that so magazines were kind of thing that would, you'd want to be like people on mag. That was kind of how my influence came from, I guess I could say, and that's how I was influenced of how looks should be. I definitely had my role models growing up, like celebrities wise. Like I always loved Selena Gomez and Demi Lovato. Those were like my two role models that I felt like I've had since I was like really like young and stuff, like seriously really young, and I just felt like they were always the two girls that even to this day I still admire and I look up to. And I'm 22, so there's that fact for you. So, and I actually love what they both stand for even to this day, especially Demi, because she really talks about like her song Confident. That is like one of my favorite songs, and I've really connected with that song because I didn't always love my body. I'm not always confident. There are times where I stand in front of the mirror and look at myself and I'm like, I'm fat, I am ugly. I'm not always confident, and I don't always love myself. That's the thing that I really need to put out there, is I haven't always loved myself. Sometimes compared to my friends who have had different body types from me, who have had more straight figures than curvy figures, I never felt good enough compared to them, because to me they always had that perfect looking body that you would see in magazines. They always looked perfect. I just felt so like insecure, not because it was their fault, because obviously it was not their fault. It's nothing I control about how I feel, and that's kind of how I felt. I just felt insecure compared to everyone else who was in their bikinis and looked perfect, and here I was in a one piece or a tankini feeling insecure. Or even when I did wear a bikini, I felt so just uncomfortable because I felt like I was just too fat for that, and I just felt like wearing one piece or a tankini that I was just too fat and I just wasn't beautiful because I had to cover up. Now, it wasn't like I had to, but it was what I was always used to. I was always used to wearing one piece, and I actually asked my mom about this the other day. I was like, Mom, why did I always wear one pieces or tankinis? Like, why did you always make me like cover up like I don't know, like this conservative poster child? And my mom's like, just always felt like weird, like I felt like I was exploiting your body, and it just felt wrong. Like, it just felt like weird, and I was like, okay, I get that, I understand that. But for me, it was just like, I don't know, I just, not because I was covering up, that didn't make me feel insecure, but I do know in high school I was very insecure, and I feel like I didn't really gain my confidence until after high school, because in high school, I wasn't popular, I wasn't like, you know, like known by everybody, which I don't really care about, especially looking back. I could care less, but I always felt like I was judged in high school, and girls weren't really the nicest to me. Girls would say things behind my back in high school, and leaving high school, that was a goddamn relief. Like, I can't even like express how much relief I got from graduating. I was just over the pettiness in high school. I was just over everything with high school, and I've had some like bad experiences that it really affected me and how I was able to love myself and how I viewed myself. And I've always felt like a certain way with my body, and it's hard. And I know that everyone struggles with some form of however you want to call it, like body confidence. Everybody struggles with body confidence, whether if you're super skinny or if you feel like you're fat or if you are just curvy. It doesn't matter if you're super straight looking, like super straight body looking, or if you're super curvy. Everyone has their struggles and everyone has their issues, which is definitely something to realize, because you're not alone. Everyone has their own struggle, whether if it's skin, body, mind, whatever it is, everyone has a struggle, so you're never alone in that way. And I'm telling you that as somebody who has struggled, and I can say now, as a 22-year-old, I love myself. I love my body. Of course, I have those days where I hate my body and I don't want to look at myself in the mirror. I went through a period where I hated looking at myself in the mirror. I just didn't want to see my body. I didn't want to see myself just in a bikini, or just even in my underwear and my bra. I didn't want to look at myself in the mirror. But now I stare at myself in the mirror and I'm like, I feel good, I look good, I am beautiful, I love my curves, because this is the body I was born with and that God gave me. And I don't mean to get religious, but it's just meant to be me because it is me, and that is me. I've grown into my body, I've grown to love my body, and it's definitely a journey. Nothing ever happens overnight. It's always a journey when it comes to your body. It's nothing that can happen overnight, and it took me years to really love myself, which is sad, but it also shows that good things do come and the confidence does come. And I'd like to say that it's because of just supportive friends I've had, also just supportive family, and also just having those role models like I mentioned. And I've even seen just so much positivity, and I'm seeing just so many like girls just talking about their journeys with their body and body type positivity. I love hearing Adeline Morin talk about how she was always a curvy girl and stuff, and how it was hard for her. I don't know, she mentioned it on her channel, I forget, and stuff. She talked about it a little bit. It just made me feel better hearing other people talk about being curvy, because it's not something you hear about. A lot of people are these skinny, perfect looking, which nobody's perfect, so, and stuff. And also Nikki DiMartino, loved hearing her talk about how she struggled with her body and just how she was more curvy, and she struggled with an eating disorder. And I can kind of relate, because, you know, sometimes, you know, you want to look a certain way and you get the pressure to look a certain way, and sometimes you just don't feel happy with yourself, and you just fall into something, which I don't want to say like any disrespect to anybody. That's just how my personal thing. Everyone's journey is different, but I definitely can relate to a lot of people, and I appreciate a lot of people talking about how they feel with their bodies and stuff like that, because you know, body confidence is a real issue, and it's hard for people to really talk about. It's hard for me to talk about. It's probably hard for you to talk about, but it's just when there's more people talking about how they are, like being more curvy and how it's beautiful, it really makes me happy hearing and just having more people to relate to. And it makes me happy because I realize how much I love myself and I love my body. I also posted this on my Instagram story the other day saying how I was going to talk about like different experiences I've had where I feel like I was body shamed. Now at the time I was kind of struggling with my body and how if I liked it, and just struggling feeling good enough because sometimes I didn't. And this experience really just made me mad at the time. I remember like blowing up on Twitter about it, just tweeting about it. It really sickens me kind of thinking about it. Like, clothing shopping is the worst, and just feeling judged when you're shopping is never good either. And it's hard because I don't like trying on clothes. I'm better about it now. Now I don't mind it, but like back then I didn't like trying on clothes because I always felt like nothing fit, because everything like in stores I would shop at would run smaller, so I'd always feel fatter because it wouldn't fit the right way, so I'd always have to go up size, and it made me feel self-conscious, made me uncomfortable, and I just hated shopping because of that. So I would just resort to wearing sweaters and like sweatshirts and stuff like that, and I didn't really have a style until I was like a sophomore, and that's when I really started like, you know, exploring clothes and trying to get more confidence. But I think I was like 17 or 18 when this happened, and I was shopping in Forever 21. Now this is a store I don't really like anymore, and by the time it was my thing, and I always felt self-conscious there because some of the workers were rude people, and I was like, where did you come from? So there was this shirt I tried on. It was like a short sleeve tank button up, you know what I mean, like a button up, and then it had like it had a tie at the end, like on the bottom, so it was kind of like cute with like jeans or something, and I really liked it. So I think I went and tried it on, and I got in a large because usually I'm like a large and stuff like that. So I got in a large and stuff, and I tried it on in the dressing room, and it was just a tiny bit tight, like in the boobs and stuff like that. It just was a little tight there. So I was like, okay, I'll just get it a size up. So it was on a high shelf, like where it's hung up on a high shelf, and I needed to get another size. So I'm looking for my size and I can't find it. Like, I just need to get an XL because it's a little too big in the boobs. So I'm looking for a size and everything, and then this worker comes by and she's like, oh, what size are you looking for? And I'm like, extra large. And she's like, plus sizes are upstairs. And she was looking me up and down, and she was just really judging me, and she just made me feel so uncomfortable. And honestly, that day I'm pretty sure I just left the store because she made me feel like just so uncomfortable and so left out, and she made me feel just like she was body shaming me, looking me up and down, being like, plus sizes are upstairs, that's where you belong, like, excuse me. So I blew up about it on Twitter, and it's a long time ago, so obviously now I could care less about that situation. But at the time I was already insecure enough, I already didn't feel good enough, and that really made me mad because I never felt like I was like beautiful the way I am with my body. So it was definitely a journey, but now I don't care, and I'm confident, and I love myself, and I know I'm beautiful with my curves, and I know that I am beautiful because I am. And yeah, so if anybody ever judges you or body shames you, that is not right, and if that happens, you should definitely tell the manager of the store, because they should not be working there if they're doing that. And obviously you can brush it off if it doesn't really bother you, but I'm just saying, like, from girl to girl or girl to guy, who knows who's watching this, just don't feel like they have to ruin your day. Don't let it ruin your day, because they don't matter and everything. Nobody that's negative to you matters. And also, like, I'd like to say that, like, body confidence, body issues is not something that's like one sex issue. It's not a girl thing, it's not a guy thing, it's not a one sex issue, it's an everyone issue. Guys can be not confident with their bodies, guys can hate their body, and girls cannot be confident with their bodies. It's nothing that is specific to one sex. Anybody can feel like this way, so I feel like we just need to all all support each other. So now I'm gonna give you my tips and stuff like that. That was kind of my journey. So the first one I think is very important, and that is to look at yourself in the mirror and to tell yourself that you're beautiful. Do this at least once or twice a day, because studies have shown, and I've read this, that if you do this, you gain more confidence doing this. So stand in front of the mirror and say, I am beautiful. And over time, even if you're saying that and you feel ridiculous the first time saying it and you just don't believe it, over time, studies say you will believe that, and it'll give you so much more confidence. It's something I do with my skin, and it's something that I do just now with my body, and it's something that's really helped me out, and it has given me a lot more confidence, and I just love that. Number two is also really important. Well, all of these are important, and that is to dress your body type and just dress and stuff, comfy things that you love, and things, just clothes that you will love. If you dress your body type and stuff, which there's probably so many videos of that on YouTube, but also if you look it up online, they're just dressing your body to embrace your own features and to make you feel good, and it'll be so good for you. And just when you feel comfy and you feel good in the clothes you wear, your confidence will even shine brighter. Another one is also one that goes along with clothes, and that is accepting that not everything will work for you. Some brands are very selective with their sizes, which I think is so annoying and disappointing and just terrible. You should be like embracing all different body types and all different sizes and shapes and whatever. Yeah, sometimes you just have to accept that sometimes clothes run small and that it might not work for you. There are some clothing stores, which I think this is ridiculous, only sell like sizes 0, 0, 0, extra small, small. Like they only do one size clothing stores, which I do not shop there because no, I think that is so like constricting and selective. I think brands should be selling clothes for all different sizes, you know what I mean? So yeah, you just have to accept that sometimes something, you might love it, but it might not work for your body type, and that definitely means that there are more things that are so much better out there for you, and sometimes that one thing, it doesn't always work for you, and that's okay. So number 4 is finding some inspo for, you know, your outfit and dressing yourself and dressing your own body type and to feel confident. Finding those people and that are really gonna make you feel confident and are gonna really inspire you to, you know, try different clothes, go out your comfort zone and find things that you really love. I love following just different people that I kind of relate to, also people who I love what they wear and stuff, and that's kind of how I get inspo, is through YouTube and Instagram. I just find people that I think have cute outfits, and it kind of inspires me to like choose outfits and to shop more and to find something that I really feel confident in, and also will boost you, especially those fitness pages and just people who like embrace body positivity. Those are the people to follow, because it'll make you feel so much better seeing somebody talk about something that you really feel like needs to be talked about and something you can personally relate to, and just having people that are your inspirations will give you something to like really inspire towards, you know what I mean? Number 5 is a hard one, but it's one that has to happen, and that is getting rid of any toxic people in your life, people that you're not benefiting from, people that aren't worth your time. Now, I've definitely dealt with toxic people, and it's definitely something hard, and it's not easy getting rid of these friendships, because you obviously want to have friends and stuff like that, but those friends are not worth your time, they're not worth you, and they're not worthy of you. Come on now. And you just have to like sometimes accept that they're not worth my time, they're not worth me, and if they're not encouraging me and being good for me, and they're not spreading positivity and making me feel good, then I don't need them in my life, and I need to cut them off, unfollow them from my life. And I'd rather have a friend who is honest with me and tells me if I look good in something, but tells me in a more positive way and doesn't make me feel bad about myself. Like there's that person that's like, oh, maybe that isn't the best for you, but there's more out there for you. You look gorgeous in this, but not as good in this. And then there's that friend that's like, you look ugly, you look fat, you're terrible. Like you don't need that friend in your life. You don't need that negativity in your life. So cut off all those people because you won't grow with those people in your life. You're gonna grow with the positive and just good friends in your life. Number 6 is one that's quite interesting, but I really feel close to this and I just really feel this, and that is loving your flaws, because we're all flawed people. If you think about it, we all have flaws in ourselves. We all have something that's an insecurity, and we are not made 100% perfect. You can feel great about yourself, but everyone has a flaw. I definitely have scars on my body, not like just scars, like I have acne scars, I have a scar on my forehead, I have stretch marks on my hips, and then also on my thighs. And it's definitely something I was self-conscious about in the past, but now I don't really care about it. I kind of embrace it. I'm like, yeah, that does exist, but it's not really a big deal, and it's what makes me me. If I didn't have that, who would I be? Definitely embrace who you are, your body type, what you look like, just a little bit of bloating. Express, you know, really embrace all those flaws, because those flaws are what makes you that beautiful person that you are. So number 7 is don't listen to hate, whether that's person in high school, college, work, wherever it is. If it's online, in person, wherever it is, never listen to that hate. Never let it get to you, because your time is not worth that hate. Just because that person is saying something, it doesn't mean it means anything. It's definitely something hard to come to, is to not listen to it, but once you don't care about hate, you'll be such a much happier person. And yeah, I know it's not easy, but once you don't listen to it, it won't even matter. Number 8 is to eat what you want. If you want to be healthy, eat a salad, eat a bunch of fruit, and don't really eat junk food. You do you. And if you want to get Chick-fil-A or Wendy's or McDonald's like a couple times a week and you want that, you do you. Like, eat what you want. If you eat what you want and you do what you want, you'll feel so much better, and you'll just really feel like you won't feel restricted. And I think it's definitely good to embrace just yourself and just to like really feed into yourself and, you know, eat how you want. Don't make anybody feel like you have to eat a certain way. I definitely try to eat healthy most of the time because I like to stay healthy, but I do let myself cheat like once a week. Don't ever restrict yourself where you're just like, I need to eat healthy all the time because I need to look perfect. That's not healthy. Healthy is, you know, being like, okay, I can eat one bad thing a day, or I can have one cheat day in a week. Just don't restrict yourself where you can't have fun and can't, like, you know, cheat every once in a while. Having a cheat day is a good thing. So number 9 is definitely exercising. I feel my most confident when I've exercised and I've just burned off a few calories, and it's something I try to do. Like, I try to be active every day, but I try to work out at least once or twice a week. Get a good, really good workout in. And it's not something I'm saying you have to work out, because you definitely don't. It's definitely something I think will help you, not even just for your physical health, but also for mental health, because you can just get rid of those anxieties, really just, you know, work on your mind also, because working out works out mind and body, which is cool. And yeah, so you can definitely not work out ever, but if you do, I think it would definitely, like, just, I find for me personally, everyone's different, but I find that it just works my mind and my body, and it makes me feel so much better and so much more confident when I work out. Especially with those cute workout clothes, that makes me feel so confident as well. So number 10 is to live your life in the way that you're gonna be happy. You can only do what's best for yourself, so just know at mind what is good for you and what you feel like good about and what you feel passionate about, and just do that. Just do you, and don't worry about anyone else, because if you're happy, you're most likely to be more confident, and you're just gonna feel so much better and all that kind of fun stuff. Even my notebook, I love writing. I love just writing my thoughts, my feelings. Definitely getting a notebook might be another thing, because you can write stuff down and write how you feel about your body or just whatever. And I wrote, I am confident, and I did write down that journaling is a good one too, because it gets all those feelings out. So I hope I did this body confidence, body positivity video good. I hope I did it good. I hope so. I hope I really did it justice. I hope I did, but I think I'm really proud of this. This is the 3rd time filming it, and I hope it's a charm. I'm obsessed with it, and I think I really did it this time, and I'm so confident with myself now. And I definitely, like I said, have my days, but I'm really happy, and I hope this helps you to get in the mindset you want to be in and to do you. Just remember, remember, you do you, boo, and stuff like that. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Comment down below your body journeys if you want to down below. You don't have to. And also let me know any videos you'd like to see next and all that kind of fun stuff. And please subscribe if you haven't already, because I post videos Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays for summer, and I'm super excited about it. And yeah, you're beautiful. You do you, boo, and you know it. And yeah, I hope you're having a great day, night, whenever you're watching this. Don't forget to hit the notification bell down below to be notified. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.